edge yet again, with the state witnessing mob violence and arson. The situation in the state took a turn for the worse as ripples of violence in Jiribam district has reached the capital Imphal. Angry protesters attacked and torched the homes of local MLAs following the recent abduction and killings of 6 people in Jiribam. The escalating violence has spread across other valley districts, resulting in the destruction of property and loss of lives. Indefinite curfew has now been imposed and internet snapped after bodies of women and 2 children believed to be from a missing Metis family were discovered. The rapidly deteriorating situation has now prompted the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to hold a series of emergency meetings with security officials. The government has dispatched CRPF Director General Anish Dayal Singh to Manipur along with 70 companies of the paramilitary forces to the state to contain the escalating violence. So why is Manipur on the boil yet again? The 2 ethnic groups have been locked in a deadly conflict since May last year, which has already killed 200 people and displaced thousands. The latest wave of attacks has triggered by the discovery of the bodies of 6 kidnapped individuals, including 2 children who were taken by suspected Kuki militants from Jiribam district of Manipur. 3 of the partially decomposed bodies included that of an infant that was found on Friday in a river in the district neighboring Assam. Amid the outrage over the recent killings, civil society groups led by the Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, that's the COCOMI, have now issued a strong ultimatum to both the state and the central governments, demanding a strict military crackdown on these armed groups accused of perpetuating violence in the state. The Metis community has also come out in massive protests, alleging the government didn't do enough to save the hostages. Meanwhile, the National People's Party, or the NPP, has decided to withdraw its support to the BJP-led government in strife to Manipur with immediate effect, claiming that the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh dispensation has completely failed to resolve the crisis and restore normalcy in the state. Metis groups have alleged that women and children are being kidnapped and murdered by armed groups of the minority Kuki group. The police, however, hasn't confirmed this as yet. Tensions began on the 7th November after members of an armed group allegedly raped a woman who reportedly belonged to the Kuki community and then set her on fire in the state's Jiribam district. 4 days later, a police station and a relief camp housing Metis refugees in the area was also attacked. The majority community now blames Kuki groups for the recent assault. Following the attack on 7th November, the situation immediately escalated when a group of suspected Kuki militants attacked a Metis group in the same district. And according to sources, at least 2 dozen suspected Kuki militants split into 2 groups before they launched the attack in Jiribam's Borobekra on the 11th of November. While one group took civilian hostages, the other vandalized and set fire to houses. The Kuki tribes claim that these 10 men were village volunteers, an allegation that the police and other authorities so far have denied. Meanwhile, the cabinet has resolved to hand over 3 cases to the National Investigation Agency in the wake of the escalating violence. Now, these cases are the Jiribam terror attack on the 11th of November that ended with a kidnapping and execution of civilian hostages, the death of a woman from the Hamar tribe on 7th November in Jiribam in an attack by suspected Metis militants, and the killing of a woman farmer from the Metis community in the Valley district of Bishnupur on 9th November. But the recent violence intensified after the discovery of bodies found floating in the river. It was later confirmed that the bodies belonged to the abducted family. On 15th November, 2 bodies were found and another was recovered on the same day at night. On the 16th of November, 3 bodies were later discovered in the river. Following this, several churches have been set on fire by different groups. Protesters have labelled these gruesome killings as cold-blooded murders, criticizing the state government and the chief minister's failure to bring the perpetrators to justice while demanding immediate accountability. While every effort is being made to try and bring back normalcy in the state and restore peace between the 2 warring communities, a lot perhaps needs to be done to bridge the trust deficit through confidence-building measures and dialogue between the majority Metis and tribal Kukis for any hopes of a long-lasting peace in the state.